here we go with another video from yours truly, Andreas. This is how stressed I am every single time I come in to make these videos. And then I talk for a little bit, usually cut this part out, and I get into just speaking from the heart, which usually just comes back to, saying whatever's on your mind. That's how you move back into operating from the heart, which is very important when I'm doing my videos. So that is one of the methods that I'm using. At first it's a little bit tense, and then as I keep moving forward, it gets a whole lot better, because you move into the heart as you just talk whatever random shit that comes into your sensation. Like, this is what's up, despite the expectation you have of yourself, of if there's something that is the right thing to say or whatever. Anyways, today I've come here to tell you that you shouldn't give up on whatever thing it is that you want in your life, because that thing is coming. It's just that the timing of where you are right now is a little bit off, because otherwise that thing that you want would already be here, like it's coming. And the thing is that in order for it to sort of start making its way more into your life, you must first be able to find the beauty and the peace of this moment that you're in right now. That is the only thing that is actually standing between you and whatever thing it is that you want in your life. Because the most easy trap to fall for as a human is to believe that when I receive something, when I get somewhere, when I achieve this thing, or I get this relationship, whatever it is, that I will be happy then. I will get what I want. But as I said, I think it was in my previous video, you get a reflection of who you're being, right? And what you're experiencing within yourself. That is always the case. And so when you place this energy outside of you and like, oh, I need this, your awareness goes outside of you, believing that there is something that you need, then you fail to tap into your power to manifest that thing, because you must first experience a joyful and pleasant and good state within yourself to create a situation or experience outside of yourself that also matches that. And if your life right now is not how you expected it, if there is something that you've been going after for a long time, and it seems like just more challenges keeps coming up, then understand that it's happening because you're in the middle of the process. And the more that you, in this moment of being in the process, say to yourself that I shouldn't be in the process, I should have that thing now, you fail to meet the process and align with what the process is trying to do for you. Because the only thing that is actually separating from something that you want is the energy, the needy energy that I need that thing. And this energy that creates our attachment to things needs to be resolved, needs to be moved through by us to be elevated into something different before we can be a match to whatever it is that we want. So being in the process is best or only able to be done. You can only be in the process and work with the process when you are in a state of surrender, when you're in a state of letting go, which means that you're allowing yourself to actually feel the inadequacies, the shame, the fear, the anger, the guilt that you've lost conscious awareness of because you lived in a program your entire life to try and get something. I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get this. The truth is that we don't naturally seek, we naturally are. And when you are joy, love, and abundance, which is your natural state, once you've moved through all of these dense energies that you're always being trapped within your being, because you never move through it by always living through an ego program of chasing this thing, of being addicted to this, of always trying to change your current circumstance, always believing that there should be more to life, always believing that you need to go somewhere. There's nowhere to go. And the sooner that you realize that and come into the surrender of the moment as it is, the sooner you can work through this energy and become a match to the things that you want. One thing that was incredibly hard for me at one point was to move back into doing some of the things that I did before in my life, because they brought me a lot of pain and suffering. And what I mean is, as an example, I used to run a business, and there was a lot of challenges that came from that. And so years later, as I am starting to create a business and do what I love here, there's a lot of fear that, you know, if I move back into, let's say, writing a new course, for example, or doing something like that, that it's not gonna work out. That, you know, I'm gonna experience the same pain that I experienced before in my life when I tried to move forward and take action on this thing. But it's never about what you're doing, it's always about the energy that precedes the doing of the thing. The reason why I suffered a lot in my past was because I hadn't gone through the process yet. I tried too early to get what I wanted. I tried too early to get a relationship at that point. I tried too early to be successful. And it's impossible to, let's say, have a really good relationship if you haven't been through the process of deeply integrating yourself back into who you are again. Because you're gonna get into arguments in your relationship. You're not going to be able to love each other truly and deeply for who you are, because you're always going to be finding insecurities, you're going to find issues, there's going to be problems with what it is that you seek right now, if you deeply and desperately seek it, because that is a sign that you're not ready. The sign that you are ready is that you're good right now without the need for that thing. Because that means that you already feel as good right now as if you had that thing. And so, as the process has moved to such a high level, so that you come to that point, you move through enough of your garbage that you accumulated over your life from traumatic experiences that previously conditioned your personality and who you are into something that you're not. When you come that far, so that you feel like this moment is so good that I don't need to escape it anymore, I am thankful and appreciative of it, then that means that you've been in a process long enough for that thing that you also always wanted to start moving into your life, because that becomes a match to who you are now. You will never get what it is that you seek when you believe it is in something outside of you. And you will get everything that you ever sought when you realize that you are what you always sought. Because that means that you have come so far along the process and journey of conscious awareness and into integration of who you are, that it's just such a loving and beautiful state that can attract and bring all of those things that previously was out of your reach, that previously never came to you, because the universe, believe it or not, in this state that you're in right now, where you are like craving this thing, why can't I have it? Why is the universe against me? It's actually just working for you. Because if you have these things too early, you are going to just be met with more challenges and suffering, even though you have them, because they have nothing to do with what you seek. What you seek is a deeper sense of self, a deeper allowance of self, which leads to a more joyful, more thankful, and just a state of gratitude within yourself that propels you into such an exciting and blissful state of being that things outside of you just can't not be a match of that anymore. You know, that's when the thing starts to come to you. If you are a person that gets all of the success and all of those success, like let's say a lot of money, for example, before you're in alignment or a match to that, then that's just a lesson from the universe to eventually show you that the money had nothing to do with what you search for anyways. So if you are not receiving what it is that you want in this moment right now, then know that it's happening for you, and that there is beauty in this moment as it is. The sooner you can come to realize that the beauty of this moment is as much as the beauty that you could ever have in another moment, then you are tapping into your manifestation power to create the most beautiful life for yourself. Because that is when you are experiencing life at such a high vibrational level in the present moment, so that the present moment can create a beautiful next moment. You're falling for the trap that something in the future can bring you something, when what you're experiencing now is always what's bringing you what's coming in the future. So if you're in this trap of believing that, you are messing up and living in a distorted energy right now that is manifesting and just creating more challenges. So you need to let go of that belief and realize that everything that you ever want in your life is coming to you when the timing is right. And the timing is right when you've been in the process of being in the present moment long enough so that the universe finally sees that, oh, you're ready for this. Like, you are made for this now. It's in alignment with who you are. And this is always where the universe is trying to push you. It is always working for you through your emotional state and through your heart. The ego and its mechanisms, its drive to achieve and get somewhere, is only a trauma response to emotions that are elevated from our past, that we had a hard time dealing with in the circumstance that we found ourselves in a family dynamic perhaps, or in society, where it is in those situations that we form beliefs that says that I'm not supposed to feel this heightened elevated state of shame, and so I'm gonna start run away from it. How can I escape this shame feeling? Oh, I'm gonna be a person that is a people pleaser, or that is always chasing success. And then the more that I focus and live my life in this matrix mechanism of the mind, the more I lose touch with the body and the emotion. The body is like, oh, he doesn't listen to me anymore, and so let's start to bury this, because it's not allowed here. I'm gonna start to bury this. And it disappears. You become unconscious or unknown about the fact that you are in a lot of pain your entire life. And the only way to actually understand that you are in a lot of pain is to look at this point at the habits and the things that you're doing in your life. Do you have like a negative self-talk? Do you have addictions? Do you have trouble in relationship experiences? Every single negative thing that is going on in your life comes from you not being able to live authentically from what it is that you're feeling, and instead being lost in an ego matrix to run away from something that you don't even understand that you're running from anymore, because it's lost to you through this process. And so trusting the universe and falling more into alignment is something that happens naturally as you start allowing these energies to move through you again without the ego's need to always be fucking distracted. You're being distracted your entire life. And the more that you start trusting the divine timing of the universe, by recognizing that in this moment right now, I shouldn't have the relationship, I should feel what I'm feeling, I feel so bad my entire life, I felt like I wasn't good enough, or whatever it is, you know, there's always a painful sensation within you at the creation of every attachment that you have, that you need to move through. And when you move through, you move back into your power and create new possibilities for something actually amazing to come into your life. If you want to learn more about these things, make sure to check out my Inner Circle membership, and all of the other things that I'm doing, courses and stuff, it's down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.